Hey guys, this is Clinton Jeff. It's a new year, which means it's time for a new UltraBOOST, and this one's the best one yet. Today we're checking out the UltraBOOST 21. Alright, first up, major thanks to Adidas Malaysia for sending these in. The UltraBOOST 21 dropped globally this January 28th for the same UltraBOOST price tag of $180 in the US, with a full release of more colorways coming on February 4th. Here in Malaysia, the launch is mostly online on adidas.com, since we're still under a lockdown here and stores are closed, but I'm sure that these will be available in store soon enough. Now, for those of you all that have been with this channel for a while, you know I'm a huge UltraBOOST fan. Ever since they were announced in 2015, the UltraBOOST has always been my go-to everyday sneaker, just because they're just so darn comfortable to wear. Now, in case you haven't noticed, lately Adidas has been pumping out two different series of UltraBOOST. On one side, we have the older UltraBOOST 1.0 to 4.0 retroing, and releasing in a few newer colorways under the UltraBOOST DNA branding. But the DNA models are more for people like me who want the retro styling of the OG UltraBOOST, and of course also want the comfort of the Boost midsole and the PrimeKnit upper, but just as casual everyday wear sneakers. And then on the other side, we have the UltraBOOST Year models, which are more performance oriented as running sneakers. This started in 2019 when Adidas redesigned the UltraBOOST to create the UltraBOOST 19, which was a huge change in the line and created a lot of controversy back then. This is because initially the UltraBOOST was more of a casual lifestyle pair first, casual running sneakers second. But this changed with the UltraBOOST 19 when Adidas decided to focus on making a more performance-oriented running sneaker. But admittedly, it did create a lot of drama in the UltraBOOST fan community because the silhouette of the shoe really changed compared to UltraBOOST before. So we saw the UltraBOOST 19 in 2019, the UltraBOOST 20 last year, and this year in 2021, it's the UltraBOOST 21. And boy, has Adidas really evolved the silhouette here, with even more boost than ever before and a lot of major tech improvements as well, including a new torsion system, and they also made use of more sustainably sourced materials in the upper. And you have to admit, the UltraBOOST 21 looks like an aggressive running shoe through and through. I got the launch colorway to check out, which is the Cloud White Core Black Solar Yellow. It's a pretty sweet colorway with these hits of neon yellow on the upper and pink on the sole, but we'll get to that in a bit. Starting with the box is the usual new UltraBOOST black box here as well, just like we saw on more recent UltraBOOSTs. Coming to the shoe itself and starting with the upper, Adidas is using a brand new knit material here called Primeblue. Primeblue is a new version of Adidas PrimeKnit, which uses recycled plastics like Parley ocean plastics in the yarn. According to Adidas, over 50% of the upper is made from textiles, and over 75% of that textile is made out of that Primeblue yarn. Adidas has also said that they didn't use any new polyester materials on the shoe, so this might be the most sustainably made UltraBOOST so far. Honestly, I love that Adidas is focusing on using more recycled materials. We've seen them work with Parley for years now, but it was mostly for special limited edition sneakers or apparel. This is the first time that we're seeing Adidas work with Parley on general release sneakers, so to see them stick to the sustainability philosophy for one of their most high profile shoes, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So every one of the UltraBOOST 21 that you buy will be using recycled plastics, and honestly, I love that Adidas is doing this. But of course, the next logical question would be, if the knit here is made out of plastics, how does it feel on feet? Honestly, it kind of feels the same as standard PrimeKnit. It's just as soft and stretchy and just as breathable, though it is a little bit thicker, but I think that's by design. Basically, it's your usual sock-like fit UltraBOOST upper. Coming to the toe box area, you'll see the new knit pattern that is similar to previous UltraBOOST, except that the knit pattern and the ventilation holes here, marked by that neon yellow, kinda extend along the upper towards the midfoot of the shoe. You'll also see these heat press details here that sort of outline the ventilation holes. I assume these are just aesthetic, though they might also add some structure to the upper. And then coming to that midfoot area, you'll see the semi-translucent TPU midfoot cage that looks similar to the ones used on the OG UltraBOOST, but has gotten a more aggressive updated design with these three individual opaque black stripes to make the Adidas 3 stripes symbol. Also, instead of being sewn into the midsole, this time around, the midfoot cage has been sewn into the lower part of the upper instead. I'm not sure why Adidas decided to do this, but I do think it looks really cool, and hopefully we won't see it affect the structure of the upper after about a year or two of wearing these. On feet, it doesn't really feel any different on the sides compared to older UltraBoosts. Moving upwards, weaving through the midfoot cage are these flat white laces. What I thought was really interesting is that out of the box, the laces come laced up through all except the top row of eyelets. I'm not sure why Adidas did that, but it does feel a lot more comfortable laced this way. Of course, my OCD made me lace it up all the way when I wore them. Basically, I think that the top row is just for people who want a more snug fit. If you want a more comfortable fit, stick with the way it's laced out of the box. Underneath the laces, there's the Primeblue upper. It's a one-piece booty construction, so there's no separate tongue here. And at the top of the tongue area is this white patch with the Adidas Performance branding embossed in black. Coming to the inside of the shoe, you'll see the exposed knit edge of the collar of the shoe, which is surprisingly comfortable and doesn't really rub against your ankle, even if you're wearing no-show socks. This is mostly thanks to that padded neoprene portion at the back of the shoe. This extra padding around the heel feels great against your foot, but also makes your foot feel more secure in the sneaker as it pushes it forward. Apart from that, your foot is up against the raw prime knit of the upper in a sock-like fit, which you can see is in this neon yellow color here. The fact that they used a thicker prime knit material here means that the shoe contains your foot a lot better, so you won't have any moments where your foot slips over the midsole. At the bottom is a neon yellow insole, which says Primeblue made with Parley Ocean plastic in this hot pink color. Kind of weird to not have UltraBoost branding here, but I guess they're really trying to highlight the Primeblue upper. Moving along, coming to the back of the shoe, the upper extends upwards to act as a pull tab. Just like we've seen on previous UltraBoosts, and just like previous versions, this is really comfortable and doesn't rub against or irritate your Achilles, which is super appreciated. Coming to the heel counter, this has also changed dramatically versus the UltraBoost 19 and 20. Instead of just being an outline, it's a solid TPU element just like on the OG UltraBoost. But this is much smaller and doesn't spill over onto the Boost midsole. On the lateral side, you'll see the new UltraBoost branding embossed in all caps, except for the R, which is technically lowercase and is totally triggering my OCD. On the medial side, there's no branding, but you'll see this prime knit branding debossed into the upper. I don't think I've ever actually seen Adidas put their prime knit branding on anything, so this is interesting. Moving downwards, let's talk about the main attraction of this shoe, the Boost midsole. The UltraBoost 21 features a full-length Boost midsole with this kind of speed line running along the side of it. But what's new here is that there's 6% more boost used than the UltraBoost 20, which already had 20% more boost than the retro UltraBoost. So yeah, that's a lot of boost. But if it's just 6% more than the UltraBoost 20 last year, why does it look like so much more? This is kind of a bit of visual trickery used by Adidas in a way with the UltraBoost 21. You'll see the back of the midsole curves up a lot more dramatically, which makes these easier to run in. But when you slide your feet into the shoe, it actually sits deeper in the midsole, so that the heel of your foot is kind of surrounded by the boost all around it. So that extra boost is not just under your foot, but more like cupping your foot instead. This is just for the heel area, while the midfoot and the forefoot of your foot will still have the boost primarily underneath it. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, while there is more boost used here than on any UltraBoost before, don't expect it to be dramatically more comfortable. Like, don't get me wrong, this is definitely the most comfortable UltraBoost ever, especially because of the improvements to the upper and the shape of the midsole. And the extra boost does make a bit of a difference, but all I'm saying is don't expect something huge from these. Just saying that because I know a lot of people are going to see this chunky midsole and the way the boost is sculpted here, and they're going to expect a lot from this shoe. UltraBoost is already one of the most comfortable sneakers out there, and this takes it forward a bit, but don't expect anything too crazy. But that being said, if you haven't tried on a sneaker with boost yet, I definitely encourage you to head on over to an Adidas store and try out a pair as soon as possible. The big deal here is the cushioning and the energy return. You can feel it absorb the impact as you run and then spring back to return some of that energy to help you take off. This is the reason why Boost and the UltraBoost series in particular is so popular among runners and gym goers. It's not only one of the most comfortable shoes around, but it also helps with casual running or just everyday walking around. Moving downwards, you still have a continental rubber outsole, but it's in an entirely new design. The rubber panels are in the usual black along with this translucent white and pink panel, all made of continental rubber. But instead of the usual torsion bar that you're used to seeing here, Adidas is using a new torsion system called Adidas LEP. This new design linear energy push torsion system has a stiffer reinforced material in the midsole to provide runners with less flex in the forefoot and increased responsiveness. You'll see it here in this wishbone shaped neon yellow element. This basically means that the shoe will give you more of a spring in your step than before and kind of propel you forward on your runs. Apart from that, you can see the exposed boost with the Boost branding towards the heel area. Adidas did something pretty drastic with changing the outsole thread pattern, and I gotta admit, I kinda love it. Alright, that's about it for design. Coming to sizing and fit, the UltraBoost 21 feels like it runs true to size. If you have regular narrow feet, you can go true to size here. But if you have wide feet like I do, you might want to go up half a size. So yeah, Adidas sizing has always been a little bit weird. So it's best to try on the shoe in a store first to make sure you get the best fit possible. Coming to performance, judging from my experience with these over the last couple of days, I gotta say, I still think that the UltraBoost is a great neutral running shoe, and the UltraBoost 21 is by far the most comfortable and responsive one yet. Now, this is not a shoe for elite runners, but if you're looking for a comfortable pair of shoes to run in or do any sort of workout that requires the cushioning and responsiveness of the Boost midsole, this is a great shoe. The thing is, visually, it's a huge difference in terms of design and materials, but when you actually compare it to last year's UltraBoost 20, in terms of performance, it's just a marginal improvement in terms of cushioning and responsiveness, which is understandable because the UltraBoost 20 was already a super comfortable, great neutral running shoe. And I'm not really sure what else Adidas could have done to improve it apart from just the visual updates that we get with the UltraBoost 21. I mean, there's only so much boost you can add before things get a little bit too bouncy and it kind of feels like you're walking on a trampoline. So I think Adidas kept the balance well here with the 6% increase. Alright guys, with all that out of the way, let's take a look at the Adidas UltraBoost 21 on feet. At the end of the day, the UltraBoost 21 is an iterative but meaningful improvement to the UltraBoost performance line in comparison to the UltraBoost 19 and the UltraBoost 20 before it. Of course, visually it's a huge dramatic change while still looking like an UltraBoost but also looking way more aggressive at the same time. It's even more performance oriented and even more comfortable. Honestly, if you just head on over to an Adidas store and try these out, I'm pretty sure you'll walk away really impressed. I mean, maybe you'll walk away wearing these. Now, if you have an UltraBoost 20 or a pair of UltraBoost 19, you might not see a huge difference with these when you try these on. But if you have a much older pair of UltraBoosts or you've never tried on a pair of Boost shoes before, you will definitely appreciate how comfortable a shoe this is. When it comes to casual running or general exercise, I still think that the UltraBoost is a must-have shoe. But even if you just want a comfortable pair of casual wear lifestyle shoes, these are just so comfortable that they're perfect all-day shoes as well. And that has always kind of been the beauty of UltraBoost. It's a shoe that Adidas pitches as a performance running shoe for casual running, and they work great for that, but it's also so darn comfortable that it became a shoe that people just wore casually everywhere. And the UltraBoost 21 checks all those boxes. Definitely recommended. Alright guys, so that's what I think about the brand new UltraBoost 21. I'd love to know what you guys think about it and whether you've tried on a pair yet. Let me know right in the comment section below. Of course, if you want to see more photos of the UltraBoost 21, you can check them out over on my Instagram account. And maybe give me a follow at ClintonJeff. And hey, if you found this video helpful and you want to support the channel, don't forget to hit the like button right below and maybe subscribe because that would be definitely appreciated. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.